Hallo. Ohne Creme, ja. Aber mit Mikro. Ich glaube, der Sound da ist nicht so richtig eingestellt da. Jetzt müsste es besser sein. Ja, so ähnlich sehe ich aus. Und alle wieder krank. Ich kann die Krise kriegen. Und hier sind sie. Hier werden sie sogar vermisst. Keine Ahnung, wo die sind. Zwei Notizen, wie du oben rechts siehst, habe ich schon diesem Blinden geliefert. Die anderen zwei muss ich erst finden. Ja, immer im Kreis laufen und alle Medikamente dabei haben. Ja, Warnstufe 3 habe ich auch. So, muss ich mich orientieren. Gesund, gesund. Gesund. Krank.
Good evening, Christina.
Change your mind?
Bei dem war ich schon. Dem habe ich zwei blinde Notizen gegeben. Jetzt fehlen noch mal zwei.
Do you need any assistance, Miss Popper?
It depends on the price of your
Ja, wie gesagt, bei dem war ich jetzt gerade.
I am shocked that you would think I am that sort of man.
Forgive my suspicion. I'm so used to liars with good manners. Thank you, sir.
Das sind so Briefe, wo ich finden muss. Und die muss ich dem einen Blinde geben. Also es gibt nur ein Blinde. Aber vier Briefe.
Goodbye, Miss. Take care of yourself as best you can.
Good evening, Doctor. Can I help you?
Do you need assistance?
That would be nice of you, Doctor. Who knows what I may have caught you in my investigation.
If you persist in investigating the most pox-ridden boroughs of London, you must accept the risks.
Thank you, sir.
Goodbye, Mr. Darby. Farewell.
Oh, ich kann ja nicht merken, wo die waren, ey.
So pale.
Ich glaube hier, oder?
Good evening, Harry. May I come in?
Sure. Sure. Even my dreams are soaked with blue.
Nee, das ist er nicht. Das ist er nicht. Was ist das? Untersuche die Taten des Bürgers, ja wie?
I will return at a more convenient time.
So you only hurt people because you care about me? Is that it?
Don't be such a brat. I do what I must to provide us with food and medicine, that's all.
Mum would never have let you bully an old friend like Mr. Lewis. Shame on you.
Harry, I'm your father and I love you. But don't you ever speak to me like that again.
What? You're gonna beat me too?
Jesus. Give me patience.
This district seems to get ugly.
Mr. Bates.
Evening, Doctor.
Since I took an oath to help people,
Nee, denn bei dem Blinde war ich ja, wie gesagt. Ich suche jetzt noch 2
That's for sure.
Zettel, wo
But
ich
it was
dem
bound
geben
to
kann.
happen with all these refugees about.
infecting you is probably the last thing on these people's minds. Take this, in any case.
What? You give me this for free? Don't have a clue about this place, do you?
Goodbye, Mr. Bates.
Die Zettel liegen wahrscheinlich irgendwo in der Welt herum.
You again? What do you want this time?
Why is your relationship with your son so difficult?
Harry and I are so different. Sometimes I wonder if he's my own blood. Seems he's ashamed to be my son.
Why not change that then? If you used your strength to do good, perhaps Harry wouldn't feel that way about you.
How dare you tell me what I should or shouldn't do with my boy? Who the fuck are you to interfere like that?
I mean no harm to your family. But if you want my advice, this is no place to raise a child.
No matter where we live, Harry will always be sick and frail. At least here, I'm respected. And no one will ever dare touch him.
Goodbye, Mr. Peterson. Good evening, Harry. May I come in?
Sure. Sure. Is there only pain and suffering in this world?
So, may I ask you a few questions?
I'm not bothered. What could be worse?
and your father have a difficult relationship, Harry. Tell me, did he ever hurt you?
No, never. My father can be brutal and rude, violent even. But he never touched an hair on my head.
What is going on between you two then?
It's his job, if you can call it a job. He bullies people. Men and women we know, like poor Mr. Lewis. It's just not right.
Would it ease tensions with your father if he got an honest job? Because he tried, you know.
I can't say. I'd be glad if he dropped his thuggish activities, but I'm not sure it would be enough.
Why is that?
Sometimes I suspect it's me, Dr. Reed. Or it's this life. It's like I
Guck
can't
mal,
find
wie
my
der
place.
Bürgermeister hier.
Goodbye, young man. Take care of yourself.
Bürgermeister,
Is there only
Arzt,
pain and suffering in this world?
Psychologe, Seelenklempner, alles in einem. So. Albert Palmer, wer ist das? Wer und wo finde ich ihn? Ich habe immer noch Erkältung, so Reizhuste. Benjamin Palmer? Also suche ich seinen Bruder. Wo ist der? Ja, morgen muss ich auf die Post. In der Mediamarkt. Also ich bin auf jeden Fall ein bisschen unterwegs. Da ist er.
How are you, boy?
I'm not your boy, all right? Now piss off.
Do you need assistance?
Please. Feeling tired these days.
There you go.
Nee,
Let's
Rasen,
hope
nee, im
nobody
Moment
steals
nicht.
it from you.
Very funny.
Ich mach nicht so danach.
Goodbye, young man.
So. Jetzt habe ich hier alle geheilt. Und hier sind noch welche krank. Oh Mann, oh Mann, oh Mann.
There are so many people who could use my help here.
Mine! Step back, bloody leech! Remember your vows, friends! Christ! He's dead! Open it! Over there!
Good evening, Mr. Goswick. How are you?
I'm okay.
Do you need any help?
I'm afraid I may, sir. I don't mean to be a burden.
You are not a burden, sir. Healing you is my responsibility.
And you have my gratitude for that.
I have to go now, sir. But don't hesitate to contact me if you need any help.
I'm all right. Don't waste your time with me.
Good evening, Doctor. How is my son doing?
Do you require medical attention as well, Mrs. Goswick?
Do you know you're the only one who's asked me this? No. I don't feel well, actually.
Despite what you think about this place, I can tell you with absolute certainty, taking this will help you recover.
Well, at least your reputation seems well deserved. Unfortunately, I can't say the same for this hospital.
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick. Good evening, Mr. Elwood.
Evening, Dr. Reed.
Soldier, do you need assistance?
Not really. I think I caught something in this bloody hospital. I swear I'm dead, yet smiling inside, Dr. Reed.
As long as you remain here, I will make sure you don't have to worry about your health.
Don't think you can do much about it. Damage is done.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Elwood.
Disgust on every street corner. The daily routine.
Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Doctor.
Do you require medical assistance, Nurse?
I will be fine, as soon as I can get some sleep.
Nurse, you won't be able to help people if you're sick. Take this.
Jetzt werden mir die Medikamente knapp, jetzt muss ich wieder welche herstellen.
Thank you.
Goodbye, Nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
I wish I could be sick again. Blood boil with the fever.
Geht's denn eigentlich hier raus? Ja. So, sind wir jetzt alle versorgt? Ja. Jetzt geht's wieder hier hin. Über die Docks, hier rüber.
Watch out! He's dead! Bloody leech! It's an leech! Kill it! Oh, Christ! Kill you!
Das Dark Souls ist so. Passt das von der Größe her? Ich weiß jetzt gar nicht, was das war. Das war, glaube ich, L, oder? Ein bisschen groß. Ja, vielleicht kann ich es als Nachthemd benutzen. Aber lieber zu groß wie zu klein, oder?
Listen to what the idiot had to say first.
Hi Alex.
Wet boot boys. Lost boys would be more fitting now. Leech spotted! Watch out, boys! Christ! He's dead!
Okay, das ist jetzt neu. Habe ich auch noch nicht ausprobiert. Mir macht es Spaß, das Spiel. Es mag zwar nicht so gute Bewertungen gekriegt haben, aber trotzdem.
I have this thirst for blood.
Irgendwo ist doch hier ein Ereignis. Hier. Nee.
Steady!
Ach Gott, das ist die Lotti. Die Lotti hat sich verwandelt. Jetzt weiß ich, wo die war vermisst, die Lotti. Hier liegt sie. Das war die Schrullige mit Hut. Nein, ich hab... Sie ist tot. Also so richtig tot, nicht nur tot, sondern tot. So. Hier war noch ein Ereignis. Also jetzt links, da entlang und dann rechts halten.
Over there! There's one of them.
Hä? So, jetzt geradeaus, ne? Das war auch eine vermisste Person. So, jetzt haben wir hier noch einen. Aber wo bin ich jetzt? Hier will ich... Ah doch, bin richtig. Doch, bei Dark Souls habe ich mich aufgeregt. Und wie?
What on earth happened here?
So, jetzt sind die Fragezeichen, die Ausrufe. Da ist noch ein Ausrufezeichen. Eieiei.
I know this brooch. This is my mother's. A birthday gift from father.
Ich hab noch nicht alles in Tüte.
29 Pretty Orchard Street. That's near Poplar's district. Why would this man carry off my mother's brooch? I must go there.
So, wie komme ich jetzt am besten hier hin? Ja, Alex, das stimmt schon. Du kannst die nachkaufen, die Hülle, aber die Hülle, wo du nachkaufst, die sind ja nicht original, oder? Diese grüne Hülle, original neue, kriegst du ja auch nicht einzeln. Ja, die Schrott-Games sind ja auch abgenutzt. Also die Hülle zumindest. Wo muss ich hier lang jetzt? Hier, ne?
really end.
It's locked.
War auch eine vermisste Person. Alle sterben sie. Weiß auch nicht, was los ist. Irgendwas mache ich doch falsch. So, bevor ich jetzt hier weitergehe, zu diesem hier, versuche ich mich erstmal aufzuleveln. Da muss ich in den Unterschlupf. Ich habe keine Wiegen, nein. Nur die paar Stück da, wo ich mal gekauft habe, beim Mediamarkt für 5 Euro da. So. So, jetzt schauen wir mal, was sich verändert. Jetzt werden schon wieder welche krank. Oh, oh, guck mal, es geht schon in der kritische Bereich hier. Hm. Warum? Warum? Geh wieder nach Hause. Eigentlich müsste ich jetzt wieder zurück und die alle heilen, ne? Was denkt ihr, soll ich zurück und deine Medizin geben? Oder weiter hier in der Story? Ja, ich habe 3 Zuste momentan. Deswegen habe ich auch eigentlich keine Kamera an. Ah, da muss ich wieder zurück. Oder wo war das? Die Docks. Ja, das ist wieder... Oder bin ich da gerade? Ich glaube, hier bin ich sogar gerade bei der Docks. Erlaubt, dann gehen wir mal um und schauen, was wir heilen können. Da.
Good evening, Miss Cox.
Hello again, Dr. Reed. What do you want?
Have you got any news about Sean Hampton's shelter?
Rumour has it he's started some sort of gang of his own. Soldiers of Christ, something like that.
Can I offer you my medical help, Miss Cox?
Giving out for free? You'd make a poor businessman, Dr. Reed.
Perhaps I would. Please, take this. You will feel better.
Thank you. But don't expect me to owe you anything.
Goodbye, Miss Cox.
you again? What do you want?
I know you believe monsters are real, Booth.
They are. I know, I saw one, but no one believes me.
Tell me what you saw.
It was a few years ago. Clay Cox was still the boss then. He'd sent me to the shipyard to find out who was stealing tools and ropes at night.
Go on.
First I thought it was an old lady with a limp. It looked frail and crooked. Then I saw it grab a bloody beam and lift it like it was a stick. I shouted. It looked straight at me.
Do you know what it was?
It was all eyes and long teeth, but I couldn't see its face. I shot at it when it moved towards me and I hit it.
Ja, Lotti ist
Then
leider
it
tot
jumped and
mittlerweile.
vanished in the shadows.
You could have imagined all that. These docks can be so gloomy at night. With the fog and the wind and the boats creaking.
No, Doctor. That night I saw the fucking sewer dog for real. It's not a beast like the stories say. It's the ghost of an old woman. Bullets can't stop it. But no one believes me.
Are your friends mocking you?
Even Edwina told me once to never speak about it, but I know what I saw. And it wasn't a human. Not human at all.
Do you need medical help, sir?
Yeah, I do. If you can throw in some drugs, I can find use for that too.
So you can sell them on the black market? Sorry. I'll only provide you with exactly what you need.
Fair enough, Dr. Reed. Don't cost me nothing to ask.
Goodbye, Mr. Digby.
So, wo sind die anderen Kranken? Ja.
He's just another lost orphan.
You still working at this hour? That's what I call dedication.
Were you aware of Tom's past incarceration?
That's the first thing he told me when he offered me the job. He didn't want me hearing about his past from anyone else.
Did it surprise you to find out about it?
Not really. I was already aware of his reputation before I met him. That's why I came to the Turtle in the first place.
Most people would have run away because of that.
Not me. I thought a man like him could give me stability, you know? At least to some degree. And I wasn't mistaken.
Tell me, Sabrina, do you really believe Tom has renounced his life of crime?
He proves it to me every day he tells the truth. Tom Watts is a good man. One of the best.
And you don't think he might fall back into his sordid ways?
We can all do terrible things, Dr. Reed. And we never know what we're really capable of until it's too late.
Do you require medical assistance, Miss Cavendish?
Don't feel so good if you have to know. I knew that keeping the bar open with the epidemic wasn't a good idea.
Take this, it'll help. Perhaps you should think about closing the Turquoise Turtle for a while.
Tom always said we've got to keep the doors open. But thank you, Doctor.
Have you heard anything about Sean Hampton's shelter?
Some customers said the sad saint had a vision. Launched himself on a holy crusade. Even Dyson Delaney joined up with him. It's more like a cult, if you ask me.
Goodbye, Miss Cavendish.
No one dares go outside.
Welcome back, Doctor. What can I do for you?
Do you need any help?
Can't be good for business to see the bartender cough in your beer.
Indeed. It would be a shame to taint the delicate taste.
Oh, thank you, Dr. Reed. My customers and I, we all thank you.
Goodbye, Mr. Watts.
Uiuiui, wo sind die jetzt? Wo sind die? Das ist die Alt. Puh, keine Ahnung.
Times like these are good drinks just as likely to cool.
Da sind sie ja.
Good evening, sir. I'm amazed you made it back to the docks alone. Good for you.
Well, I could say the same about you, young man. More to the point, who the hell are you?
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed.
And I am Archer Woodbead. Please excuse my assertiveness. I often forget I'm just an old prune.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
People used to feel safe around here. They had the gangs protecting them. Now all they do is bicker and plot against one another.
Missing the good old days, are you not?
Trust me, son. The longer you live, the less meaning your existence will have. You need to remember the days you still had beliefs.
Danke.
And what about the gangs?
Back in my day, people trusted the Wet Boot Boys. We looked out for the docks and its families. Nowadays, they're just a bunch of greedy fuckers.
You were a gang member?
I was their leader for a time, believe it or not. Now these bastards act like I'm nothing. Not one of them. They owe me some damn respect.
If you were such a respected figure, surely you have many interesting stories about this part of town.
You bet I do, but make no mistake. I'm no rat, sir. Some secrets are best left buried.
Do you still know anyone? From the old days, I mean.
Most of them are dead. I still give Miss Gillingham salutations. She doesn't remember me. She did once like me. Boy, she was a beauty back then.
Who would you trust around here?
The owner of the Turquoise Turtle's a decent fella. Tom's his name. Sean Hampton's all right too. Don't particularly share his religious views. He's quite devout, if you catch my meaning.
Any remarkable new faces around here?
Nobody. Well, there's that boy Rufus the Curse. I like him, despite the reputation he's made since his parents died. Poor little bastard.
I'm sure a district as colorful as the docks must have plenty of stories about strange visitors and creepy characters.
So, you want me to talk about the sewer dog, don't you?
If you don't mind.
The sewer dog is a bitch. Appropriately named. An old woman dressed in rags. She has an elegance, though. Despite her ugliness. I saw her once. Scared the life out of me.
Ja, Projekt Zero, das ist so ziemlich das teuerste, wo ich kenne. Von der Wii.
Do you need my medical attention, sir?
Unfortunately, yes. The spirit is willing, but the flesh, well, you know.
Nobody is immune to disease. There's no need to be ashamed of that.
Well, thank you, Doctor. Now maybe I'll live another day or two.
Goodbye, sir. Good evening, Mrs. Fishburne. May I come in, please?
Of course. Dr. Reed. Just grow eyes in the back of that head, sir. Gentlemen are easy targets in these parts.
It's locked.
I can't remember the... What can I do for you, Dr. Reed?
Mrs. Fishburne, are you in need of any medical assistance?
I am afraid I am, Doctor. I don't feel well at all.
Then let me give you a prescription.
I thank you for your generosity, sir. It's something this part of town truly needs.
Goodbye, Miss Fishburne. Take care of yourself.
Oh je, wo sind die?
Don't you think Miss Fishburne is nice to us? But I always have the feeling she's hiding something. For now, you're still the only real friend I have, Jack.
Gleich ausfrage, was der mit der Ratte da auf sich hat.
Evening, Rufus.
Evening, Mr. Reed.
How come you consider it your only friend?
I found Jack when he was a baby, alone amongst dead rats. Poison, probably. He was the weakest, but he survived. Just like me with my parents.
Like you and your parents?
When I was 8, my parents died in a car accident. Rumour says I didn't get a scratch.
Die wurde zum Scarlet ist die verwandelt worden, aber nicht von mir.
You don't remember the accident?
No. I was little back then. It's been a blurry mess and very quiet in my head ever since.
Und gegen Scalp habe ich leider keine Medikamente.
How have you survived?
Da hilft nur der Knüppel.
Did anybody take care of you?
I don't have any family left, really. Except for the good Mrs. Fishburne. She's like my family now.
So long, Rufus. Be careful. Take care.
Ich weiß nicht, wo die beiden sind. Der hier fehlt. Und der hier.
carts would be running completely amok.
Ne, hier geht's hoch. Da kann es nicht sein. Vielleicht kann mal jemand nachschauen oder was? Wo die sich aufhalten, in welchem... Keine Ahnung jetzt. Da waren die auf der anderen Seite von der Docks. Western Docks vielleicht.
Wars never really end.
Crush the leak! Oh, Christ!
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Over there!
Wir suchen nach diesem hier und diesem hier. Keine Ahnung. Martin, halt mal diesen jungen Herrn, könnt ihr abkapitulieren, der Gasse südlich. Notunterkünfte sind hier. Moment. In der Gasse südlich der Notunterkünfte. Norde, Weste. Ja, ich bin doch. Da bin ich doch. Hier sind die Notunterkünfte. Was? Ah, da ist er. Da ist er. So.
Good evening, Mr. Throgmorton.
Dr.
Ich
Reed,
will da nur heilen.
can I be of any assistance?
Machen.
Have you noticed anything suspicious lately?
You've never faced, let alone killed, a vampire Ichabod. You're a fraud.
No, I'm not. I may embellish the truth concerning my achievements, but I'm totally dedicated to my quest.
Stop fooling yourself. You've never faced a vampire before. You wouldn't stand a chance.
Well, that's not true, sir. I've already faced one of these creatures.
Oh, really? And you're still alive.
Well, we did not actually fight. I let it go.
What do you mean?
I entered the vampire's den. The stench was terrible. I was ready to kill it. But then I saw it. Just a suffering soul like you and me. I spared her.
Tell me about the vampire you spared.
It was... She was a girl. Her body was a mess. I could see pus running from the deep wound. She was crying in pain.
You cared about her. That's what defines us as human, Ichabod.
Yes, but she was a truly evil creature. I'm haunted by the tragedies she caused ever since I spared her.
Did you see what happened to him?
Actually, yes. He was thrown from the roof like a vulgar log.
Who could have done that?
Who? Well, a vampire, of course. Look, bite marks on the neck and lacerations here. There is definitely a vampire close by.
Why is it that you sound so afraid?
You didn't see it.
Ja, der andere
He
noch.
was dead before he hit the ground. The
Moment,
strength
ich schau
required to
gleich.
do such a thing, well, it beggars belief.
Do you need my medical attention, sir?
Actually, I may. In my line of work, I have to stop at any sign of infection.
Treating a vampire hunter's wounds is certainly a first for me. I'm happy to help you, of course.
Thank you, Dr. Reed. Your support means a lot.
Goodbye, and good hunting, Mr. Throgmorton.
So. Ich suche jetzt. Wen suche ich denn? Hier. Martin Nightingale. Ja genau, diesen jungen Herrn könnt ihr ab Kapitel 3 in der Gasse südlich der... Ja, ich bin hier in der Gasse. Da ist er. Wie komme ich hier rein? Moment. Wo ist die Tür? Da.
Good evening, sir. I'm glad to see you safe.
I am not safe. I should never have come back here. My life is in danger. I know it.
You're much safer here than in that contaminated area.
Bullets kill people quicker than diseases and epidemics, Dr. Reed.
What can you tell me about this district?
The East End Docks only knows one rule.
Und dann habe ich noch nie gesehen hier.
Blood
Das ist neu.
calls for blood. The gang will have their revenge on me one way or another.
What can you tell me about the locals?
Most people would say that Sean Hampton and Tom Watts are good men who try to sort things out. But for me, the real boss around there was my best friend, Jack Gillingham.
Jack Gillingham, you say?
Everyone round here knew Jack. He was a rock. A mountain even. He feared nothing.
Your friend Jack has something to do with you fleeing to the contaminated area where I found you. I want to know more.
Jack is dead. That's all you need to know. Dead because of me. So much violence. So much sorrow. All of that because I refused to be insulted again.
No man can predict the exact outcome of his actions. It's the curse we have to live with. We can only gamble and do what we think is best.
Perhaps you're right. The district was doomed before I was born. But I cannot stop myself thinking that Jack died for me.
Why do you say that?
After I killed that gang member, the Wet Boot Boy suspected Jack. And being loyal and all, he did not refute the accusation.
The death of your friend has affected you deeply, hasn't it?
Jack Gillingham was the real deal. He believed we could change the world if we were united and focused enough. And he brought out the best in each of us.
You're right. He died to save you. That alone gives me an idea of the kind of man he was.
He was the bravest. And no one dares to say openly that he got killed by those bastards.
Your friend's plan was audacious, if not reckless. No one stands up by themselves to a gang like the Wet Boot Boys.
How dare you say that? You never met him.
You are not going to spend the rest of your life hiding, Rodney. What are you planning to do?
Honestly, I have no idea. How am I supposed to live while so many have suffered because of me?
Only you can answer that question. But one thing is certain. Since you owe Jack your life, I think it's fair to live it in a way that would make him proud.
That's the kind of thing Jack could have said, Dr. Reed. Thank you for that. I believe you're a good guy too.
Do you need help, Mr. Grader?
I'm fine, Doctor. I suppose that means I'll die a healthy man.
Goodbye, Mr. Grader. Take care. Good evening, young man.
There's no need to call me that, Dr. Reed.
Young man, do you require medical attention?
I don't like asking for help, but I don't want to be one of those poor sods dying in the streets.
There's no shame in asking for help, especially when you are in desperate need of it. Here, take this. You should recover in no time.
Thank you, I suppose.
Goodbye.
So, sehr gut. Was war eigentlich hier drin?
Good evening, Miss Gillingham. May I come in?
Of course, of course.
So, gut. Jetzt müssten sie alle versorgt sein, ja. Im Krankenhaus sind jetzt wieder welche krank. Ich krieg die Krise.
Please, sir. Come and have a gander.
Danke, dass du da warst, Alex. Gute Nacht. Erhol dich. Hast jetzt Wochenende oder musst morgen arbeiten? Aha, schau. Hier liegt ein Zettel.
I have this thirst for blood.
No, good die, Vampyr! Tell you!
Ich kann mich nicht erinnern, dass ich hier schon mal war. Kann mich auch täuschen, natürlich. Ach so, natürlich, jetzt bin ich hier wieder. So, jetzt muss ich nach links.
Get them weapons ready! We found one!
Oh. Bitte lass mich hier durch. Bitte lass mich hier durch. Och nö.
locked, all right.
unglaublich.
It ain't you! Fuck, he's fast! Watch it! It's a killer!
Fuck, he's dead!
There's one of them! Watch yourselves! Die, vermin!
Was ist jetzt?
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Do you need medical help yourself, nurse?
I'm afraid I've contracted some illness, Dr. Reed.
Not under my watch, nurse. Take this. You'll feel better.
Thank you, Dr. Reed.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. Such a pleasure to see you again.
Do you need medical attention?
Well, the proximity of the dead is not the most healthy company, even if the quiet can be appreciated.
Jetzt habe ich keine Medizin mehr.
I will see you later. Goodbye, Mr. Chidana.
Never ceases to amaze me how you, the dead, seem peaceful.
You always knew the words to
Come now, we can handle this.
It's locked. Ended up on my plate and cold medical bench, sir. I understand you must be
Macht
very
er hier?
happy about this unfair situation. I managed to arrange to have you buried in the same mass grave as your wife. I hope that will help. Good evening, Dr. Reed. Such a pleasure to see you again.
Do you need medical attention?
Well, the proximity of the dead is not the most healthy company, even if the quiet can be appreciated.
Don't take too many risks with your health, Mr. Chidana. None of us are immune to this disease.
And that is a good thing. Death and disease is a constant reminder of our mortality. But you have my thanks, Dr. Reed.
Goodbye, Mr. Chidana.
It never ceases to amaze.
Es artet ja in Arbeit aus. Wo ist der? Wo ist der? Ich glaube, der ist unter am Wasser. Moment. Die Orientierung verloren. Oh, falsche Tür.
Hello again, Mr. Blight.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. You doing your rounds as usual?
Do you need medical attention, sir?
Afraid so. In the war, I was always worried about picking up something, getting some infection. Unfortunately, got that fear in London now.
Throughout history, some diseases have done more damage to armies than any weapon created by man. You are wise to be careful.
You're working at the Pembroke Hospital, aren't you? That's a good enough reason for me and Oswald to go there.
Goodbye, Mr. Blight. Take care of yourself.
So. Haben wir jetzt hier alle? Ja. Gut, jetzt kann ich endlich mal meiner Sache nachgehen. Und zwar muss ich hier hin. Verfolge den Vampir, der tatsächlich die Schuld trägt. Finde im Bezirk die Wohnung des Mannes. Alles klar.
Get that filthy fucking beast! Over there! There's one of them vermin!
"29 Pretty Orchard Street. This is it. What's in there for me? There's been a fight here.
Oh, der Blutstuhl. Steht hier, oder? Folge der Blutspur. Ja, aber in welche Richtung? Was glaubst du, werden wir eher ein gutes oder ein böses Ende spielen? Keine Ahnung.
This window was shattered with violent force. Someone's been pulled through it and dragged through the street. Who could have done that? Where does this blood trail lead? It's locked, all right.
Shut! Step away! See the dirty birds! This one's a top! Filthy piece of shit!
Stör mich nicht bei meinen Untersuchungen hier. Wo ist der andere? Wo ist der andere? Hat er nichts fallen gelassen? Kein Item für mich? Entschuldigung.
So much blood. Whoever was killed got dried out.
Ah, ich muss mir was holen. Irgendein Bonbon oder so. Bin mal gespannt, was jetzt kommt. Was ich cool finde an dem Spiel, man merkt richtig, wie man stärker wird, wie man sich weiterentwickelt. Ach guck mal, da hängt ja jemand am Baum. Wer ist das? Oder wer war das?
This is the very flower my mother tossed on Mary's coffin. Someone is targeting my family. The marks on this woman's neck were made by the fangs of a vampire. Only a golden watch in her pockets.
Uhr nehmen oder Uhr nicht nehmen? Eieieiei.
Her shoes and clothes are quite worn out.
I see you.
Right then. It's a sick game. But given no choice in the matter, I might as well win it.
Da hat uns jemand doch beobachtet.
Jonathan.
What was that?
Hast du es gesehen?
I won't
Ist aufs
let you
Dach.
escape.
very fast, but I'll catch you.
Darunter ist er. Bin ich am Friedhof, ne? Oder? Ich glaube, ich bin am Friedhof.
They've all been butchered.
Und jetzt? Welcher Weg?
I can still sense a presence.
Ist das mein Erschöpfer? Da, der Giselle, die Giselle Paxton. Und die Lottie Paxton. Ich glaube, die Lottie, die liegt hier. Hier liegt sie, neben ihrer Schwester.
In the name of Christ, someone help me! You! What have you done?
Vicar Larrabee, what happened?
Demon! Hell Scourge! Son of perdition!
Vicar! Jonathan's no demon. He's just a soul. Returned from the dead. Like your Christ, Vicar.
Mary, is it really you?
Oh, it's me, all right. Precious brother.
What is Mother doing here?
I'm gathering the family for a final reunion. All smiling, all dead. Thanks to the good Dr. Reed.
Mary.
Mother, say hello to your son.
Hello, Jonathan.
Mother,
What do we have here, Mother? The prodigal son has lost his tongue. Our Jonathan always had the first and last word at dinner. The entertainer, the star of our show.
I'm sorry. Let me explain.
Shut up. It's my turn to do the talking. I have this nasty hole in my chest, Johnny. It needs to breathe.
Sie lebt nicht wirklich. Ich glaube, das ist auch ein Vampir.
You can speak.
My prayers went so long without an answer. My husband, killed in France. My child, carried away by the flu. My brother promising to return in his letters, then disappearing in thin air. I went from hospital to hospital. Cemetery to cemetery. Grave to grave. I've lifted every stone in London, searching for an end to the nightmare. And there you were. In front of me. On a dark pier.
The hunger had taken me.
The joy to have finally found you. I longed for your arms, a final happy ending to so much tragedy, to tell me all would be well again, as you did when we were children. It was this filthy dock where you greeted your sister. I dug a tunnel from my grave with my fingers and teeth.
Mary, I thought I had murdered you. I tried to end myself. We've been through the same horror.
We are a disease, Jonathan. A sickness that corrupts all it touches. All we kiss, and all we kill. Look at me. Admire your ilk.
I'm so sorry.
Apologies will not suffice. I demand reparation. I want a miracle. Are you a miracle worker, Dr. Reed?
Ich habe sie nicht nur gebissen, ich habe sie zum Vampir gemacht damals.
I'll show you
In
mine
the
then.
docks.
The family Reed, reunited and complete, living forever in a red sea of eternal love. Time to go, Mother. Say hello to my son for
Mary,
me.
wait. I have made friends with vital knowledge. Vampires. We are not alone, Mary. With time, we can learn to live almost as we lived before.
How long?
What?
How long will this masquerade continue? I've been watching you. All these nights in Whitechapel, pretending you're still a doctor. You believe you're just fighting a disease. But it's you, the disease. Jonathan, you!
I'm a scientist. I'll find a solution. Let our mother go, please.
You're always the one to sway me to reason, Jonathan. But before, your motivations were always pure. Now you're tainted.
Let her go! She has no part to play in this.
Very well. Have you heard our good doctor? You can go home, Mother. Go home and rest in peace.
Yes, I'll go home and rest.
It's so easy to make them obey or forget. Puppets for our pleasure. I've seen you have your fun.
You are mad.
So that's what I am, Doctor. Mad. I was beginning to wonder. I've been hearing these voices in my head. One in particular. That of my dead brother. This is the reason I must kill you. Not for your betrayal. Not for our poisonous kiss. Not even for the lies you tell yourself. No. It's so that smooth and wicked voice will stop ringing in my ear.
Mary. No, don't!
Time to die, brother. And this time for good. You left me to rot in this grave. Ah! You burned away Nurse Crane's mind. You're a monster. Kins, what have you done? Give me your blood, priest. Their final thoughts are just to die for. Rest in peace.
Was ist denn hier los?
Because you spared Sean Hampton, don't expect the same mercy from me. Now. You've killed me. Come to me, Jonathan. Well, brother, it's time to bring this conversation to an end. Forever.
You know I will not play this game.
Calm now, Doctor. Like a rabid dog. Or think you're performing an autopsy.
Don't be ridiculous.
I'll kill them all. The kind Dr. Swansea. The sweet little lass with hair of red. I am the Harbinger, bringing your punishment.
Mary.
Don't you see? This is not me. Flesh that never ages. All nightmare, no dream. Bring it to a close. Let me sleep.
I will find a cure, Mary. I swear it.
Then, at last, I can forgive you.
Ja. Ich konnte ja nicht wirklich was machen. Sie wollte es ja so. Aha, jetzt kann ich kann nur vordrücken, mehr kann ich nicht.
Blood. As I shed one last red tear for my fallen sister, I realize the entire world now revolves around this singular word. The epidemic that has stricken London is not the Spanish flu. It is transmitted through the blood, via violent biting, turning survivors into frenzied immortals. I am Dr. Jonathan Reed. I am a vampire, born anew into an age of death and pestilence. While plotting factions close in around me, I am sworn to find the source of this epidemic. I am convinced greater perils are still to come. I know the answers I seek are hiding in our blood.
So. Ah, hier gibt es wieder ein neues Ereignis. Die sind gesund. Hier sind wieder welche krank. Hier ist einer krank. Ja. Ja. Ich habe aber nicht wirklich was beeinflussen können. Also in dem hatte ja kein Gespräch oder so. Außerdem wollte sie ja sterben. Ich habe die damals nicht getötet am Dock, sondern versehentlich wahrscheinlich zum Vampir gemacht. Weiß ich nicht. Also ich werde jetzt sowieso beenden. Morgen werde ich als erstes einen Rundgang machen und die wieder mit Medikamenten versorgen. Bevor ich den Brief hier lese, wo hier liegt. Weil dieser Brief, wo hier liegt, geht mit der Hauptgeschichte weiter. Jo. Also mir hat das gut gefallen, vor allem der letzte Drittel da, das war gut. Oh. Ja. Ich danke dir fürs Mitschauen. und wünsche dir eine gute Nacht. Morgen geht's weiter, wenn ich nach Hause komme. Und abends ist, glaube ich, Stream von Chris und Michi. Lotti ist weg, ja. Was? Keine Ahnung warum. Gerne, gerne. Ich danke dir. Dann gute Nacht. Bis zum nächsten Mal.